Hey, what's up, guys? Got a new EDC update for you. Had a lot of changes in my EDC, and I have a couple things I want to talk about, so I figured I'd turn the camera on and make another EDC update. So let's jump right into it. A lot to talk about. First, let's talk about the blade. You guys have seen this already. This is the Lone Wolf Distributors, their version of the Spyderco Endura 4, the Glock Armors tool in the back. Although I don't use a Glock Armors tool every day, the Endura 4 in general is a great EDC knife. Good, larger size blade. You can see it in my hand here. Great knife. Ergonomics is just fantastic. I do a full review on the white version of this knife, so it doesn't really, not a whole lot that needs to be said about it, but it is a fantastic blade. Let's put that off to the side. I do have the firearm here, so whenever I have the firearm, I always have this. And a lot of times, even if I don't carry the gun, there's only been, the last couple months, there's only been one occasion where I had to go pick up my sister from school, and that's the only time I couldn't have my gun on me. But I always have this on me. This is the Inferno pepper spray. I have found that this button, the actuation button, has migrated on me. It's migrated over to the point where if I accidentally hit it, it'll go off, putting pressure on it. It's not going off in my pocket at all, but it has, like I said, every now and then the button kind of wiggles to the side, so I have to push it back and kind of snap it back in place. But it is great to have the non-lethal option on you at all times. There's a lot of different situations that are going to, call for defensive maneuvers, whether it be physical or something like this. But there's a lot of different situations where your gun is completely unnecessary and unneeded, and that's why this is good to have. However, occasionally in your lifetime, maybe it's once, maybe it's never, maybe it's 50 times, you might need a firearm. And I do carry my Glock 36 in this. Now, I call this, I think, a Galco holster at one point. This is a DeSantis. Okay? Let's put the gun aside for a second. Take a look at the holster. I will have a video on this, but this is a DeSantis. The numbers are 026B2. I think this is called the Summer Comfort. Really great holster. I've been actually going back and forth from this to the Colster. If you remember when I did the Colster review, the KHOLSTER. That's also a very comfortable holster. Kind of going back and forth. I'll do a review on this eventually. I do like it. It does carry a little bit high in the waistband, so that's the only downside to that, in my opinion. But anyway, got the Glock 36 here. Got 6 rounds because it's a single stack magazine, unlike the Glock 30, which holds 10, but it's also a fatter, chunkier gun. But this holds 6 rounds of 45 ACP. This happens to be 230 grain Hornady hollow points. I still carry condition 3. I still train condition 3, so there's nothing in the chamber there. Some people don't like that, but that's just how I do it. It makes it safer for me. I'm very comfortable doing that. So, still better to have a gun than have nothing on you. Some people constantly complain back and forth. I don't know why people get so, they take it so personally. Oh man, if you're not going to carry condition 1, then you don't even have a gun on you. Are you serious? Anyway, I'm not going to get into a rant about that or anything, but you know what? I think if you carry a gun, you should support everyone else who carries a gun. It doesn't matter how they carry it, as long as they're safe with it and they're efficient with it. And I do, in fact, train constantly, whether it's dry firing, in the bedroom on off time, or actually, getting some ammunition in the gun and going to the range. But that's the trick to being responsible with a gun, is being good at it. So again, that one day you might have to pull your gun, you can get the job done without hurting innocent people. So anyway, there's the gun. Oh, one more thing before I put this away. Let me unload it again too, since I'm handling it again. Nothing in there. You'll notice that I took off the custom slide plate. Had a conversation with someone for a while, back and forth, talking about this issue. And he even gave me good reference documentation on court cases where the Iron Cross was actually looked upon as a hate symbol, associated with the KKK or a Nazi group. Although that is seriously not my intent for having it originally. Like I said, the Iron Cross has been around for hundreds of years, way before there was even such a thing as the KKK or Nazi Germany. I understand there's ignorant people out there, and there's people who are not going to be able to see past that. And he gave me really good references showing that there were documented cases where people said, yeah, that symbol's it means you're a gangbanger, you're a supremacist. So I definitely don't want to be viewed as that in any way. I don't want that to be an issue. God forbid I ever have to use my firearm on someone. In a lot of cases, if I'm defending myself and the person happens to be black, and I shoot them and kill them, and I have an Iron Cross on my thing, it's going to look really bad in court. That's all I can say. And so you know, I'm not always right about what I do, and it was very innocent for me to put it on there. But the more I thought about it, and the more people discussed it with me, I realized it's a good thing just to not have it on there, and not to have it be an issue at all. So I have a stock Glock 36 here. The only difference is I have some night sights on there, which I put on. That's pretty much it. I'll have some more shooting videos in the future. This actually is a really, really fun gun to shoot. Really enjoy shooting it. But anyway, so there's the firearm. Put that to the side. I'm not sure. I guess I just talked about this already, right? The pepper spray, Inferno. Put that to the side. I got my Maritac AA flashlight. I decided that whenever I wear cargo pants, which is most of the time, to throw a flashlight in my pants pocket. Okay, I'm starting to carry more things in my pocket, you know, my front pockets. So I figured I don't always have a need for a flashlight, but it's good to have. So I am starting to carry some kind of flashlight. It's been this Maritac a lot lately, but I'm going to have some kind of flashlight in my pants pocket, my cargos at all times. And the times where I wear jeans, I'll just put it in my little watch pocket, you know, that little fifth pocket. So I always have a light on me. This happened, you know, last couple of days happened to be this this Maritac AA. The one problem I had is forgetting this in my pants. You know, at the end of the day, you get changed, take a shower, whatever, or some people take a shower in the morning. But taking my pants off and throwing it in the wash, I actually did forget about this because I'm not used to carrying something in my pant leg pockets. At least not recently. I used to years ago. But anyway, this did go through the washing machine, and it turned out to be totally fine. It still works great. So there's a little accidental demonstration on the flashlight, and it went fine. It still works fine after going through the washing machine, so that's a good sign. But anyway, little AA flashlight. I got a lot of changes to the keys. Before I talk about the keys, let's talk about this thing, which you've probably been staring at. This is something new I got last week. It's called the Choli Changer. It's a change organizer for pocket change. Very cool item. I'm still testing it out before I do a review on it. But it's really, really convenient. Basically, it takes all your loose pocket change and it just organizes it for you. There's a little slot for each type of coin. It's real simple to use. I use this a bunch of times since I've started carrying it. I'm not, you know, I hate pocket change in general, but you can't avoid it. When you buy something, you know, and doesn't come out to be a solid number, which it usually doesn't, you get a bunch of change. What happens, you put it in your pocket. You know, and then later on the day, you go to buy something else, you're going to get more change. I mean, some people actually take their change and they try to get rid of it, but usually either I'm in a rush or something, or I'm too lazy, I just give them another, you know, solid bill and they give me more change. Now, most of the time, I collect all this in a glass jar, and eventually I, you know, go to the bank and get bills for it. But this is a really, really cool little product. It's pretty straightforward. Basically holds your change for you. But it's really easy. Let's say I need, I don't know, 62 cents. You know, just slide out 50, 60, spin it around, 62 cents. So it's really easy to use. I have been actually spending my change lately, which is nice because I can get rid of it and I can keep my, you know, the solid dollars. So anyway, and as you can see here, it's really easy to put these back. Basically push down, slide in. So when you need to fill it, it's a good time to fill it, or it's really easy to do. Anyway, more information in the future as I use it more and more. They do offer different colors and stuff, and there's even a model with a keychain on it, if that's what you prefer. But very cool, the Choli Changer. Like I said, I'll have a full review in the future. I'm still using the thing. I want to make sure it's going to hold up and it's solid, and but so far I really like it. So now I have all my pocket change organized. Alright, lastly here I have the keys. A lot of changes to the keys. First off, I gotta say I got this today. Absolutely am in love with these. This is the CountyCom lanyard. Now I used to have an orange one on here, but I switched to black. Reason being is because they have these new skulls, and I'll do a video on this probably after this video. But they have these new stainless steel skulls that are just wicked. These skull beads. Now, I've always been interested in the skull beads, and there's a lot of different companies that put them out there, but for the most part, they're kind of morphed looking skulls, almost like monster skulls. And this one's kind of anatomically correct, so it's really neat. It adds some heft, some weight, so it keeps my lanyard sturdy. I want it's outside the pocket. It's not swinging around as much, but it's really good looking. It's real nice polished stainless steel. Like I said, it's got some heft to it. These are made by Maritac. They're marked on the back there. Just really cool. I'll make a full video on this in a minute. But anyway, I have my tools separated from my keys now with one of those little crab claws. So the idea behind here is I have my essential keys. I have my car keys, my house keys, work keys, all that kind of good stuff. Okay, I keep this in my pocket. Now for the most part, I'll have the tools snapped on here or connected. Okay, so all my keys are together. But sometimes I found this to be a little bit bulky in the pocket. So what I'll do is, if I have to put my keys in my pocket, I'll unhook this. I'll take the S-beener, which I have on here, and I'll hook just the tools to my pants, the belt loop. Okay, now they're just kind of hanging there. They're real easy to get to if I need them. And I have just the keys in my pocket, which are nice and thin and comfortable with that lanyard hanging out. Alright, so real easy. And then, of course, if I grab my keys to go in the car or something, sometimes I'll leave it on my belt, but sometimes I'll take it off and pop it back on with the either the S-beener or, again, that crab claw, which comes in handy. Let's talk about the tools real quick. The old tools I've had on here is this little Photon clone, just a little mini LED flashlight, real simple to use, real disposable. A lot of times I end up giving these away to people, and when I get home I have to put a new one on there, because a lot of people enjoy them. I have the Pico pry bar, or Widgie bar rather. This thing is just awesome. Once I started carrying this on my keys, and I've had it on for a while now, you know, I find so many uses for it. But I used to have this cord wrapped with some orange tether cord. I took the cord off because it was just a little bit too bulky. You know, it just added unnecessary bulk. So I just have the bare steel here now, which formed a nice patina. It's a really dark gray, almost black now. Originally it was kind of a light gray. But very cool, very useful tool. Here I have the, I just did a video on this. This is the torque key from CountyCom. And I didn't realize this when I got the thing, but this little wing actually slides off if you pull the tool. And it's on there really snug, but if you pull the tool, it pops off. So you can use just this extension, you know, put in a screwdriver handle or something, because this will fit into different tools. So that's pretty cool. And then it pops right back on. There's no worry. This thing, like I said, is very snug. There's no worries it's going to fall off your keys. But that's pretty cool. It's kind of an interesting discovery there. Of course, the S-beener, like I just mentioned. And the last tool on here, which I'll probably make a really quick video on. This is such a great little thing. Just simple tweezers, but they come to a really fine point, and it's got this little carry piece, and it locks in nice so it's not going to fall off. Just real convenient. So I'll probably do a video on a couple of these. Like, I'll do a video on this. I definitely want to do a video on the skull. But anyway, there's my key setup for now. Definitely loving this new setup. It just works great for me. So anyway, there's the keys. Again, flashlight, got my Charlie changer, my Inferno pepper spray, Spyderco Delica 4, just a sweet knife. Awesome. And of course, firearm. So, new EDC, definitely loving everything. And if I change anything else in the future, I'll make new videos on them. But for the most part, I like to change things just to try new things. It's really all it is, because a lot of different systems I've had, they work great for me. I just kind of get bored with them, so I try something else. But there's a lot of things that end up sticking around. You know, something like this this Widgie bar. I mean, this will always be on my keys. I just love it. You know, but some things they end up going because either I don't use them or they're just too bulky. But anyway, new EDC update. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I appreciate you watching as always, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care, guys.